Hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you. I hope all of you are doing well. Yes, welcome for one more YouTube session at ODA Class. So first of all, tell me how are you all? Are you doing good? That's great. That's great. So today what are we going to learn? Today we will be learning about the skeletal system. How many of you are interested to learn about this? Let me know. The skeletal system, right? An internal framework which is present in our body. If now I'm teaching you here, that is because inside me there is a skeleton, right? So today we'll be learning a complete detail about skeletal system. So are you guys excited for that? That's great. That's great. So now you are in the YouTube live. Yes. So I will teach you in the live session. But after the class, if you have any doubts, you don't have my number to contact me, right? But you can be the part of our ODA family. You can download the ODA app and you can join our crash course as well. So what is this crash course? This is a complete 1 week program which we will be starting every Monday, right? Every Monday we'll be starting the new batch, and in this course you'll be learning 6 different chapters in 6 days, right? 3 maths and 3 different science. Along with that, one English grammar session also will be given. Not only that, teachers from IIT and NIT will be teaching you guys. Along with that, if you have any doubts after the session, before the session, yes, or during the session, you will get the number of your personal mentor teacher. You can contact them at any time. Not only that, chapters we will be teaching. So, if you want to be the part of this crash course, click on the link which is given in the description box. Yes, touch that link. After that, you can pay the fees as per your grades. Once your enrollment is done, you will get a call from our mentor teacher. Is that clear to all of you? That's great. With this, let me start the session. First, let me give you guys my introduction, right? So, my name is Surabhi Shetty and I'm Master Teacher of Science at ODA Class. So, coming to my education, I have completed my Masters in Chemistry from Jain University, and yes, I was the university topper. I have more than 4 years of teaching experience in which I have mentored international Olympiad rank holders. So, now, are you guys ready to learn about skeletal system? Are you excited? Let me know. Let me know in the chat box. Are you excited to know about our own body, especially an internal skeletal system? Done? Shall we start then? That's great. That's great. So now tell me in the comment box, can you guess what is this? So as you can see, there is a picture. There is a huge picture on the screen, right? What is this? Can you comment in the comment box? Let me know. Okay. I can see most of you are telling, ma'am, it's a car. Okay. Just look at it very carefully. Is it the actual car? Yes, this is how the car looks like. No, this is not a car, right? This is actually an internal framework of the car. From outside, cars look awesome, right? But here, internally, it is made up of different metals. Yes or no? Let me know. Internally, the car body is made up of different metals. So, what you can see in the picture here, this is an internal framework of the car. This is how the car looks from inside. Yes, do you agree with me? That's great. Perfect. Now, let us move on to the next part. Now, guess what is this? Again, a huge picture is on the screen. Tell me what is this? Can you guess what it is? Okay, you guys are telling skeleton. That's nice. That's a perfect answer. But what is skeleton? It is an internal framework of human body. Like car is made up of metals, right? Internal body of the car is made up of metals. Like that only our internal body. Yes, if you remove our skin, if you remove our muscles, you can see this bone structure. That is nothing but our skeleton, right? So what is skeletal system? It is an internal framework of human body. Clear? Okay. Let me give you the perfect definition. Yes, I know the skeleton is dancing here. You should tell that the skeleton is cute because we all are made up of skeleton. So what is skeletal system? Skeletal system is an internal framework. Why it is internal? Because it is present inside the body, right? So internal is nothing but inside, right? Skeletal system is an internal framework of what? Yes, of our body. And what is it made up of? It is made up of bones. Clear to all of you? Skeletal system is an internal framework of our body which is made up of bones. Now, tell me, the skeletal system is made up of only bones? Only bones are present or something else is also there? Can you comment in the comment box? Okay, you guys are telling, okay, bones, 206 bones. That's nice, that's nice. But no, your answer is wrong. Okay, our skeletal system, of course, it has bones, and whatever you have told, 206 bones, that is also perfect. But our skeletal system also consists of other thing that is actually connective tissue. So this is very important. You can ask your friends as well. They will not know this answer. Usually what happens, we learn that skeletal system is made up of bones. We have that many bones, these many bones, right? But actually our skeletal system is made up of two things. One is bones, of course, which is present inside the body. Along with that, we have connective tissues as well. Is it clear to all of you? Yes, that's great. Now I know you are getting confused, ma'am. What are these connective tissues, right? Let us study one by one. Don't worry about that. First, let us study what is bone. Can you tell me what is a bone? Yes? Okay, that's nice. Of course, bone is a living tissue. Okay, in my teaching career, I have seen many students who are telling, no, ma'am, bones are dead. They don't have life, right? See, the bones which are present inside our body, they have life, okay? They are living tissue because bones will produce the blood cell. How many of you know this? Yes. Why bones are living tissue? Because they produce blood cells like RBC and WBC, right? So bones are living tissues. Of course, it is hard living tissue, you can say, right? Bones are hard. Have you ever touched the bone? Is it flexible or is it hard, right? So bones are hard living tissue which makes up our body skeleton, right? And why it is living tissue? Because it produces blood cells like RBC, red blood cell, and WBC, white blood cell. Is it clear to all of you? This is a 1 mark question. What is a bone? I hope it is clear. That's great. Now, coming to the very important thing, you want to know, right? Ma'am, what is this connective tissue, right? So what do you mean by connection? Just imagine this is one part, this is second part. In between, there should be some connection, right? In our body, there are different organs which are connected to each other. Who will connect them? This is organ number one. This is organ number two. In between, there is some connection, and that is nothing but our connective tissue. So it is the tissue which links and supports other tissues or organs of the body. So let me tell you what happens here. So for example, this is organ number one. Okay, this is organ number two. In our body, all the organs are connected, right? So in between, there will be some connection, right? So this connection is called as connective tissue. Okay, connective tissues are the tissues which connects and supports other organs or other tissues. I hope it is clear to all of you now. So our skeleton system is made up of bones and connective tissue. Now, can you tell me how many different types of connective tissues are present in our skeletal system? Can you tell me that? Yes, how many different types of connective tissues are present in our skeletal system? Any idea? No problem. Let us see that. Okay. In our body, especially in the skeletal system, okay, this is very important. In the whole body, we have many connective tissue, but in the skeletal system, we have three connective tissue. How many in the skeletal system? We have total three connective tissues. One is cartilage. Okay. Second one is tendons, and third one is ligaments. How to remember this, ma'am? These names are so confusing. So don't worry, I have the trick to remember. So come, let's talk, right? So what is this? Come, let's talk. No, I'm not calling you for talking here. See here. C is for cartilage. How to remember this? I hope all of you love car riding, right? So cartilage, that you can remember. And let's talk. L is for ligaments. This is the second type of connective tissue. And talk, T is for tendons. How to remember this? You can easily remember tendons. Okay, so these are the different three connective tissues which are present in human skeletal system. cartilage, ligaments, and tendons. Is it clear to all of you? Okay, now let us study what are cartilages, right? Have you ever touched your ears, right? You can easily bend your ear pinna, right? And not only that, if you touch your front part of the nose, it is also very much softer. Why? Because those are all made up of cartilage. So what is this cartilage? Cartilage is a soft and flexible tissue. Okay, bones are hard tissue, but completely opposite is our cartilage. So cartilage are what? Soft and flexible tissue. It just acts like elastic, right? You can easily twist your nose, you can easily twist your ears. That is because our ears are made up of cartilage, ear pinna especially. I hope it is clear. Yes, this is the first connective tissue. Coming to the second one, that is tendons. Okay, tendons. So what are this? I will tell you. Tendons will connect your muscles to the bones, right? See here, this is our bone, and bone come in skeletal system, and muscles come in muscular system. So there should be some connection between the muscles and the bone, right? This connection is nothing but tendons. Okay, it will connect the muscles to the bones. I hope it is clear. Right, now what are ligaments? There should be connection between different bones, right? We have 206 bones in our body, and each bones are connected to each other with the help of this ligaments. Bone number 1, bone number 2, in between the connective tissue, that is our ligaments. Is it clear to all of you? Now I know you're getting confused between, ma'am, how to remember tendons, ligaments, what connects what, right? So that is why I have the clue here. You can easily remember this. So BTM. What is this BTM? Bones are connected to muscles by T, that is tendons. How to remember? BTM. Okay, bones and muscles are connected by tendons. And what about the next one? BLB, right? So what is this BLB? Bones are connected to bones by ligaments. Can you now easily remember BTM and BLB? Okay, bones and muscles are connected by tendons, and bones are connected by ligaments. I hope it is clear to all of you. Yes. Now, what is the use of bones in our body then? Why should we need skeletal system? Let me tell you with a very simple example. Have you ever seen earthworm standing up like this, right? See, now I can stand, I can dance, I can walk. Why? Because we have the bones. Have you ever seen earthworm standing? No, they cannot stand up because they don't have bones, right? That is why they always crawl like this. They don't have bones, they cannot stand up, they don't get support to their body. So that is why they just don't have bones. So that is why they can crawl. Okay. So as we can stand and we can walk, we can dance, we can run, everything is because of our skeletal system, right? And how many bones do we have in our body? We have 206 bones, right? So this is for adults actually, right? When you become big, we will have 206 bones. But if you check number of bones in just born baby, okay, just born baby, if you check the number of bones, they have 300 bones. Okay, now you may be asking, ma'am, what happened, right? 300 bones will get reduced to 206 bones. Why? Any idea? That is because of fusion. Okay, why this bone will get reduced? That is because of fusion. What happens? Let me show you. Okay, this will be bone number 1, and this will be bone number 2. This is bone number 1. This is bone number 2. As we grow up, what happens? This bones will get fused like this. Can you see? This bone will get fused and they will become one bone. Okay. As we grow up, bone number 1, bone number 2, this will get fused. So that is why 300 will reduce to 206. Okay. Now, ma'am, we are learning about skeletal system. But why do we need skeletal system? What is the function of skeletal system, right? So actually, as I told you, the bones are living because they have bone marrow inside them and they produce blood cells like RBC and WBC. This is one thing. Bones have bone marrow inside them, which will produce blood cells. That is the first thing. Second thing, our bones or our skeletal system will protect some internal organs, some vital organs, or you can say some important organs. For example, our skull, right? If you touch this part, you can feel something hard is there. That is our skull, which protects the brain, the control center of the body, right? So the brain is protected by the skull. Of course, skull belongs to skeletal system. Not only that, the rib cage, if you touch this part, you can feel the bones here. That is our rib cage, which will protect the lungs and the heart. Heart is very important. I hope all of you know this. So those organs are protected by our skeletal system. To summarize the functions of skeletal system, it gives shape to the body. See, I'm standing, our body is having some shape. That is because of skeletal system. It allows movements. I can move my hand, I can move my neck. That is all because of skeletal system. It produces blood cells because inside the bones we have bone marrow, which produces blood cells like RBC and WBC. Protects internal organs. For example, our skull will protect the brain. Yes, our rib cage will protect heart and lungs. Our vertebral column will protect our spinal cord. Not only that, it will store some minerals like calcium. I hope it is clear to all of you. This is the overall summary, right? Now, I told you that our rib cage will protect the heart and lungs, right? So, can anyone tell me how many pairs of rib bones do we have in our body? How many pairs are there? Exactly. So, we have 12 pairs of rib bones in our body, but some people, yes, exception, as I always say, science is full of exception, right? Some people have 13 bones. Usually, normal people should have 12 rib bones, 12 pairs of rib bones, but some will have 13 pairs of rib bones, right? It actually causes a lot of pain. Yes, and it can be cured through surgery. You can do the surgery, and the doctors will remove the extra pair and it can be reduced, but it causes a lot of pain. Okay, usually normal people should have 12 pairs, but sometimes what happens, exception, right? 13 pairs will be there, and our whole skeletal system can be divided into two parts. Okay, whole division of skeletal system can be made in two parts, right? One is our axial skeleton. This is very important, please write it down. First one is our axial skeleton, second one is our appendicular skeleton. Before moving on, let me give you a seconds of break, water break. You can also drink some water. Okay, yes, let us continue. So, our whole skeletal system is divided into two parts. Okay, one is axial skeletal system, one is appendicular skeletal system. What is this? Let me show you in a picture. Okay, in one picture, let me tell you what is axial and what is appendicular, right? As you can see, this is axial skeletal system. It consists our skull, right? Our rib cage, and this part, lower part, vertebral column, right? And these are our appendicular skeleton, our limbs, our shoulders, limbs, pelvic girdle, all these things, limbs, hands, shoulders, all these things come under appendicular skeleton. Let me start with axial skeleton, right? As I told, it consists of our head, neck, and trunk, right? Our head part, our neck part, and our trunk part. So this part comes under our axial skeleton. Our head, neck, vertebral column, and rib cage, all these four parts are included in the axial skeletal system. Yes, so total they have 80 bones. So in our body we have 206 bones in total, right? In total. But out of 206, 80 bones are present in axial skeletal system. Our skull bone, and we have our vertebral column and also our rib cage, right? All these things together make our axial skeletal system. Now coming to appendicular skeletal system, right? What is this appendicular skeletal system? It consists of upper and lower limbs, that means our hands and our legs. Along with that, it consists of our shoulder and pelvic girdle. This is our shoulder part and pelvic girdle part, right? Limbs, shoulder, and pelvic girdle comes under appendicular. Can you guess how many bones are present in appendicular skeleton then? Yes, see, just simple mathematics. There are total 206 bones. 80 bones are there in axial skeleton. How much we should add to get 206? Exactly. So that is 126 bones, right? So we have 126 total bones in appendicular skeletal system. Is it clear to all of you? How many bones do we have? We have 126 in appendicular skeleton. So this is a simple mathematical calculation. Appendicular has 126 bones. Axial has 80 bones. So total in adult human beings we have 206. This is very important only in adults. Okay, in babies we have 300 and bones, and I have already told you the reason, right? So now let us quickly move on to the parts of skeletal system. What are the different parts present, right? It can be divided into two parts, axial and appendicular. Axial, we have our head, neck part, trunk part, our rib cage and vertebral column. And in appendicular, we have our this both hands and legs. We have our shoulders and pelvic girdle, right? So now let us quickly learn about one by one, right? First one, our skull, right? What do you think skull bone? As you can see, this is a huge bone, right? Is it made up of only one bone or many bones are present? Any idea? How many bones are present here? One or many? Type in the comment box quickly. Our skull is made up of complete one big bone or many bones. Okay, I will tell you. You guys are telling one bone, one bone. But students, let me tell you. So first of all, what is the function of skull? As I told, skull protects our brain, right? It just act like helmet. See, this is our skull. Just imagine this is our skull. It is protecting our brain inside. If any damage happens, right, first it will affect our skull. The brain will not get damaged first. So that is why skull bone protects our brain, right? So human skull is not made up of one bone. It is actually made up of 22 bones in total. I hope it is clear now. It is not one big bone. It has 22 small bones which are attached to each other, right? And what attaches bone to bone? That is ligament, BLB. I hope you remember this. So our human skull has 22 bones. Yes, in 22 bones, 8 bones are cranial bones. In this part it is, and 14 bones are facial bones. Okay, this whole part is our skull, right? 14 bones are present here, facial bones, and 8 bones are present here. That is our cranial bones. Is it clear? Do you want to know the bones? Let me show you. So as you can see, it is made up of total 22 bones, right? So these are our cranial bones, right? And these are our facial bones. The one which comes in our face, they are facial bones, and one which comes in the back side part, right? From our head till the back side part, those are our cranial bones. So now tell me, how many cranial bones are present? How many cranial bones are present? Yes, can you tell me the number in the comment box? Exactly. So we have total 8 cranial bones. And what about facial bones? How many facial bones do we have? Exactly. So we have total 14 facial bones. So 8 plus 14, that is 22. Let me write it. 8 plus 14, total 22 skull bones. Okay. So these are cranial, these are facial, total 22 skull bones. I hope it is clear to all of you. That's nice. That's nice. So now, which is the largest bone in human skull? Not human body. Of course, in the skull, out of 22, which is the largest bone? That is our mandible. Do you know what is mandible? I hope you can see in the GIF also, right? This lower jaw. Ah, this lower jaw is our mandible, and mandible is the only bone, right, in the skull which is movable. I cannot move any of the bones, but see here, I can move my mandible, right? We can move our mandible. So this lower jaw bone, that is mandible, is the only movable bone in the whole skull. Out of 22 bones, only mandible, that is our lower jaw bone. Our lower jaw bone is the only bone out of 22 bones which is movable. We can move our lower jaw bone. Okay, that was all about skull. Now let us talk about rib cage. Yes, rib cage, of course, it protects our heart and lungs. I hope you know that. And as I told, we should have normal human beings will have 12 pairs of rib bones, right? But some abnormality will be seen in some people, they will have 13, but normal people should have 12 pairs of rib bones, or you can say 24 rib bones, right? So this is the structure of rib cage. As you can see, this is the sternum part. I'm just marking it because we'll be studying sternum, just remember. And these are the ribs, right? These are the rib bones, as you can see. Let us study the structure. The rib cage is nothing but arrangement of ribs to the vertebral column and sternum between the thorax. So what happens here, as you can see, this is our vertebral column. Backside also it is attached, front also it is attached, right? This rib bones are attached to our vertebral column and the sternum, yes, through the between the thoracic cavity. I hope you remember that. And there are total 12 ribs in 12 pairs, right? Normal people will have 12 pair of rib bones, that is total 24 ribs, right? What is the function of rib cage? As I said, the rib cage has three important functions, right? First one, protection. It will protect our lungs as well as our heart, right? So rib cage will protect our lungs and heart. Second one, it provides support. See, if I'm standing straight, right? So here also there are bones which is supporting my body, right? So it gives support to the body. And third one, it helps in respiration. Why? Because see, let us breathe now, right? There is some movement happening in this part. So our bones are also supporting that respiration, right? I know we breathe through lungs, but who protects the lungs? The lungs are protected by our rib cage. So that is why rib cage will definitely help in that. So now coming to the sternum, as I said, sternum is nothing but T-shaped flat bone that forms the front of the rib cage. At that time only I had marked this. See here, can you see? There is a bone here. It is a T-shaped bone which will form the front face or the front side of the rib cage. If you touch this part, this T-shaped bone which is present in the front, that is actually the sternum, right? So the sternum will form the T-shaped bone. And backside, what it is there? Yes, sternum will be the front side of the rib cage, right? What will be in the backside? Can anyone tell me? Yes, what will be in the backside? Exactly, backside it is our vertebral column. Okay, backside it will be our vertebral column, or it is also called as backbone, right? It is also called as our backbone. So the front part, it is the sternum, T-shaped bone which is present in front of the rib cage, and backside it is our vertebral column or backbone. Is it clear to all of you? Yes, let me know. Is it clear, students? That's great. So now I have one more question, right? So you all know about backbone, right? You can feel your backbone also. How many bones are present in our backbone, right? Do you think backbone is a one long bone like this, or it has small bones? Let me know. What do you think? Is it one long bone or small bones? What do you think? Okay, I can see in the comment box that it's a one bone, ma'am. Okay, fine. But it is not one bone. Okay, it has many small bones which are called as vertebrae, right? One single bone is called as vertebrae, right? How many bones are present? It is not one bone. It has small vertebrae, small bones, and total it has 33 vertebrae. Is it clear to all of you? Total how many vertebrae are present in the backbone? That is 33. Is it clear to all of you? Yes. So let us quickly summarize. What did we learn today? We learned about our human skeletal system, right? Our skeletal system is an internal framework of bones which forms our body, right? And it is made up of two things. One is bones, second one connective tissue. Now, what is a bone? Bone is a hard living tissue. And what are connective tissues? Connective tissues are the tissues which connects two organs or two tissues and supports them. And in our skeletal system, totally we have three connective tissues. That is what? Cartilage, tendons and ligaments. Cartilage are very soft and flexible. It is like elastic. And coming to tendons, that is BTM. It connects bones with the muscles. And then we have ligaments, BLB. It will connect bones with a bone, right? Bone with a bone. After that, we learnt about division of our skeletal system, axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton consists of our head, our trunk, that means our rib cage, vertebral column, all these things, and it has total 80 bones, right? 80 bones in axial skeleton. And coming to appendicular skeleton, it consists of our shoulders, our pelvic girdle, and our hands and legs, right? Both of the limbs, front and back limbs, right? And total it has 126 bones. So total in adult human we have 206 bones, and in just born babies we have 300 bones. And why this 300 will reduce to 206? That is because of fusion of bones, right? This was all about division. Then we learnt about skull bone. Skull bone is made up of two types of bones, cranial and facial bones. Totally we have 22 bones. Cranial we have 8 bones, facial we have 14 bones. And the largest bone in the skull is our mandible, the lower jaw bone. And of course, it is the only movable bone which is present in our skull, right? And after that, we learned about rib cage. We know that in normal person we have 12 pairs of rib bones, but abnormally sometimes it becomes 13 pairs, and which can be removed by the surgery. And then we learned about sternum, the T-shaped part, the front part of the rib cage, and vertebral column is the back part of the rib cage, right? So if you want to learn more such topics with us, as I told, today I completed this complete chapter of skeletal system, right? So if you want to learn more such topics with us, you can join our crash course. What is this crash course? This is a complete 1 week program where you'll be learning 6 different chapters in 6 days. 3 different maths chapters, 3 different science chapters. Along with that, you will be getting one personal teacher as well. And daily homework will be given, 2 tests will be conducted, and of course, we'll be providing the study materials, right? So if you want to join this course, which will be starting every Monday, how to enroll? There is a link in the description box. As you can see, there is a link in the description box. Touch that link and pay the fees as per your grades. It may be 29, 49, 99, 149. It varies grade to grade. You can quickly complete the enrollment. Once your enrollment is done, you will get a call from our mentor teacher also. And one more special thing at ODA class, you can learn as well as you can earn. Okay, if you join the crash course, you'll be getting lots of coins, ODA coins, from which you can redeem the gift like smart water bottles, smart watches, mobile phones, sound bars, as well as Amazon vouchers, right? So those who want, you can quickly click on the link and complete the enrollment. I'll see you there. Yes, bye everyone. Take care. सृष्टि तेरे को एंड करना आता है लाइव कहाँ है ये